This episode of the Gold Blooded Podcast is brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag. Use promo code GOLDBLOOD, one word, to match up to 100% of your initial deposit.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. It's a madhouse at Candlestick.
Think we're done? We're just getting started.
Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone.
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change. And it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in a gun with Gore in his left hip. 3rd down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 49! Vernon Davis with the play of his life! It all comes to this 4th down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun. Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap. Looking, pressure, throws middle. Broken up, fighting. Navarro Bowman. And the 49ers silence the house.
Yo, motherfuckers, here we are for episode number 2. And I'm going to start this episode with the story of the traffic accident I witnessed the other day. So I'm traveling down the road to go home for lunch. Do we want to do this now? Yeah, fuck it. So
It's too late now.
Yeah, right. Fuck it, I'm forging ahead. So I'm coming down the road and there's a green Jeep in front of me and I'm approaching a stoplight. So I go to stop and I look down at my phone and I look up and she just went straight through the light and then hit a car that was coming through the intersection head on. The Jeep veered off the other side of the road into someone's front lawn and hit a bus stop. And the other car spun around and then went 100 yards down the road. Every airbag in every car went off. So I had looked down. I didn't hear the collision. I had music on loud. I looked up and I just saw carnage. And I was like, oh, springing into action, Joey. I threw my shit in park. I fucking full sprint across the street. I get to the Jeep first. Beautiful, sexy black woman. She was going to the college up the street. Just a fucking real sexy fucking thing she was. Crying shame, I'm a married man. And so she's fucked up. She is fucked up. I'm like, all right, sweet. No, I mean, not bloody, but just has no idea what had happened. I'm like, you went through a red light, sweetheart. I'm like, get out of the car. It's about to be on fire. Come on. I put her in a grass and then, like in someone's grass, and she's like, I need my phone. So I found her phone. Got the car turned off so it stopped smoking. But I mean, like I said, airbags deployed, the whole deal. So I'm like, yo, I gotta go check on these other people. Hang tight. So I run down the road. I approach the driver's side of the car. There's the side airbag is off, so I can't see the woman. But there's definitely 2 people in the car. And I'm like, excuse me, is everybody okay in there? You know, I'm first aid certified. Like, are you hurt? Are you conscious? You know, and this is all I hear. What the fuck is wrong with you? Did you not fucking see me? What the fuck? What, do you not have insurance? I'm like, oh, I wasn't driving the other car there, lady. I'm like, just a bystander trying to help. Oh my, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay, I understand. I'm like, no problem. I'm going to come around because the passenger side airbag wasn't deployed, only the front. And I was like, I could speak to you over there. So I come across. Now, the car is smoking because it's still engaged, but the engine had shut itself off. I go, listen, you have to take the keys out of the ignition or your car's going to light on fire. And the woman in the passenger seat goes, what the fuck are you doing here? I go, trying to help. You know, like, don't want you to die. I was checking on you, you know, like, she goes, who the fuck did this? I go, well, she's in the grass over there, you know, like, don't worry about her. Let's worry about you guys. Are you okay? You know, I'm CPR certain. Is your neck? Is there neck pains? Are you having problems breathing? Vision blurry? Like, where are you at? Who the fuck Did he? Yeah, I'm goddamn worried about her. I'm like, she's not going anywhere. Her car is totaled, and she can't even walk. Like, don't fucking worry about her. So at this point, the chick comes over, and I gave her, like, to stay over there. And I go, that's her over there on the other side of that car there, you know? And she goes, the black chick, and then immediately went racial. And I go, I'm out of here. I look at the driver, I go, you gonna make it? What's your deal? You're surrounded by airbags right now. Like, do you want to get out of the car? Maybe a good idea. And the other woman is just yelling at me, trying to get at the, like, can't move, like, all fucked up. I walk up to the black chick, I go, do you have a lawyer? And she's like, no. I'm like, get one. I'm like, make sure when the cops get here, you talk to them first. I gotta go. I'm like, she's a racist. Stay away from her. And just got in my car and left. But just the shit that... So, are you doing this now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited. I have no idea what's about to happen right now.
Tell the people what we're doing here.
No, I got a video that Joe needs to watch.
All right, so this is all we've been told.
So it's good audio as well, because obviously the listeners cannot see the video. Okay.
You know who that is?
Yeah, okay,
Dante Pettis.
Yeah.
All right.
How did you celebrate? Did my cat celebration. How's that go? So you just act like you're licking your paw, you know? Clean yourself real quick.
Keep watching.
That's all it is. How's that go? So you just act like you're licking your paw, you know? Clean yourself real quick.
No, yes.
That's all it is.
Could you send me that?
Holy shit.
Is that not Joe's guy?
Yeah, no, that's it.
100%?
Yeah.
We have locked
That just
in.
sealed the deal.
I promise you, if they sell a Dante Pettis Stitch jersey, I will purchase it this week. Do they sell them? Can we get it? We'll look into that. Somebody look into that.
A wide receiver that likes cat celebrations.
I mean, yeah, send that to. That's fucking fabulous.
A black wide receiver that likes cat celebrations. And blue hair.
That's my new move. I might end up with blue hair.
Wow.
Oh, yes. I would definitely accept that.
That definitely sealed the deal
Did
there.
it work?
Oh, yeah. I'm just fucking...
It popped up on Bleacher Report, and I was like, oh, my God. Holy shit. And they're like, what? And I'm like, nope, saving it for the air.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, we're going to have to send that to Curran so he can get that link. I'm going to take care of that. Yeah, that is fucking phenomenal.
Somebody want to reply to Curran that that's not the line?
All right, so we're getting into our Locks of the Week segment right here, brought to you by mybookie.ag. Last week's results, I hit my lock. Joe did not hit his lock. He chose the Niners. Rob got his lock. Chris got his lock. Curran did not get his lock. So myself, Rob, and Chris all got 1 point for last week. Joe and Curran, none. This week, lock of the week. My lock this week is Houston minus 1.5 at Tennessee.
I'm going to go with the team from Washington minus 6 at home against Indy.
Okay, so what I did for you people, because since I've never picked a winner ever in any facet of gambling, I'm not going to throw that facade anymore that I have a lock of the week. But what I did do was I contacted my piece of shit degenerate cousin, who is a real-life gambler, like meets bookies in bars, gambles your mortgages 10 times over on fucking college basketball games with two teams you've never fucking heard of.
Does he make a living with that?
No,
good enough to make a living?
No, the first year he got into it, he was plus 30,000 straight up.
Wow.
He cleared 30 grand in the first calendar year. In the next calendar year, he gave that back in 25 of his own money.
The house always wins.
But he's now since evened out. So overall, like, he knows where he is overall. You could bet your fucking life this lunatic does. So regardless, I contacted this piece of shit, and he had many, many things to say as far as lock of the week goes. But as far as with the spread, it's the Jags. He says they're going to beat up they're going to chase Brady all over the place. They're going to take it to the house. So I'm taking the Jags +1.
I am doing Philly minus 3.5 against Tampa in Tampa.
And does Curran have a lock?
He has taken the 49ers minus 6 at home against Detroit.
All right. Survivor last week. Only 1 week in, and the only people left standing in this podcast survivor pool is myself and Rob. Joe chose the Niners, Chris chose the Steelers, Curran chose the Steelers, and me and Rob chose Washington. No, you had Washington last week.
No, I had Washington as my lock.
You did? Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you had Washington as your survivor.
No.
All right, so
I don't
survivor
think so.
this week.
Did I?
I don't know.
We should go back and listen because actually it's in the email. I'll go look in the email because you can't pick the same team twice, so we should be sure about that.
All right, so
I'll go look right now.
my survivor team this week, and Rob was talking about this earlier. There's a lot of good teams this week that are on the road, so it is tricky. You try not to pick road teams in a survivor pool because you just need to stay alive. But I am doing it this week. I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers on the road at Buffalo because I think that the high school team from your town could possibly beat Buffalo.
I did have Baltimore last week. For sure.
All right, Rob.
I'm going to take the Rams at home against the Cardinals.
Solid pick. And moving on to mystery quote.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple for you. Let's start with...
I'm listening. I'm looking for a Dante Pettis jersey.
Well, it took him a year to make a Garoppolo Niner jersey, so then you might be waiting a while for that one.
But I could have it made.
You could have it made for about $350.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah, and you got to get only elites are custom. You can't custom make the style that you got. Yeah.
And my wife wants
It's a
one.
real kick in the dick.
I sent the video to Jessica. She goes, "I'll take one jersey, please."
Yeah.
She's on board as well. So
They definitely got screen graphic jersey.
I found it. Yeah, but fuck that.
All right, this first one is about an NFL head coach. I'm not going to say which head coach. We'll use that as a hint as we move forward. But the guess is who said it.
The guess is who said it. Okay.
I go back with him to college. He was boring all the way back then. He got too much of Parcells and not enough of me.
Well, I'm going to say that the coach is Belichick that he's talking about.
No.
No?
Nope. We're guessing who said it.
We're guessing
to
who
win,
said it.
it's who said it.
That's tough. That's like a double guess.
I'll give the coach if nobody gets the guess of who said it.
Is who said it in the league right now?
No.
Could you say it again, the quote?
I go back with him to college. He was boring all the way back then. He got too much of Parcells and not enough of me.
I don't even know where to start with that one.
I know this, and I'm going to be fucking pissed when you say it. So
The coach he's talking about is Todd Bowles.
Okay, that does not help.
I didn't think it would, but I thought maybe.
yeah,
That's Bruce Arians.
oh, interesting.
How great is that? Oh, that one's too obvious. I was trying to find a way to use that Dante Pettis cat celebration,
Yeah.
but the video was just too good. And if I used the quote, then the video wouldn't
video
have been as
lose
good because
impact.
you knew what was coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was wondering what that was when he did it. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Oh, that you could have screen printed ones made for $150. You believe that?
What? That's
A
ridiculous.
screen printed custom name. But I'd rather pay $150 for that any day than have my fucking last name on a 49er jersey. You know, like a screen printed 49er jersey.
Tell me you've at least done that once.
I would never.
Oh, come on.
Get that? What you have?
No, of course I
Oh,
haven't.
I'm like, this podcast is over. If you.
Of course I haven't.
No, but that's something that my mother probably would have done for me had she been.
Well, she got you the jacket.
Yeah.
With all the Super Bowl patches all over it.
The worst part was, like, she spent a lot of money on it, and all I really wanted was a jersey.
Yeah.
Like, she probably would have spent less on the fucking jersey, but no, she went out and got me a fucking suede jacket that weighed 75 pounds.
who was your survivor?
This week?
Yeah.
It is
At
the
Buffalo.
Chargers at Buffalo.
Okay. Sorry. I want to make sure I have it written down. All right, here's one for you. This is a current NFL football player. This is what they write movies about. This is Rudy. How much does this city need this?
Myles Garrett,
No.
Jarvis Landry.
Yes.
I'm surprised I got that.
How great is that?
Cleveland?
I just picked
Yeah.
the team and went with players.
Yeah,
course, yeah.
of course. Here's one more. This is a current NFL player talking about the new helmets. I asked the guys if I looked any younger or faster in it, and they said yes.
That's a good
No,
guess.
no, good guess.
Fitzgerald.
Nope.
Brady?
Yeah. I was just about to say you're all on the right path because it's a future Hall of Famer. How great is that?
Yo, they have some pretty ridiculous jerseys linked to the 49ers page.
Here's a funny one that doesn't. I'll tell you who it is. It's funny. Khalil Mack about trying to find a place to live in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get on the phone with my financial advisor to figure out what I can afford. The whole fucking city.
Wait, in Chicago? Yeah.
He just signed a contract for $141 million.
The richest
What I can
defensive
afford.
contract ever given out. How about that fucking game, though? Did you stay up for the whole thing? The Green Bay-Chicago game?
No.
I was literally a minuscule away from going to bed at halftime. And I'm glad I
don't
didn't.
even know what happened.
Oh, here's some good Le'Veon Bell quotes, too.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys have been hearing all about the Steelers trashing him.
Yep.
This is Ramon Foster. What do you do?
Before or after the game?
Before, I think. I don't know if it says. What do you do? Here's a guy who doesn't give a damn. I guess, so we'll treat it as such. I just hate it came to this. He's making 7 times what I make. Twice as much as Al Villanueva is making, and we're the guys who do it for him.
Yeah.
And then he goes on to say, my mom died. I went to the funeral and came to camp the next day. Al has seen people die and has come and given his all to this team.
Yeah, that's something, huh?
How crazy is that?
Well, they know he's not going to be back next year.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're setting up a bad relationship for multiple. There is 0% chance that Le'Veon Bell's a Steeler next year.
This one says a lot more. Why play hide and seek? Why let your agent say this? Just man up and tell us what you're going to do. So it seems more like the fact that he hasn't even contacted any of them. That seems like it's more what's pissing them off.
And his replacement, James Conner, had himself one hell of a game. I think over 200 yards, rushing and receiving, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you want to be a boot.
So we are moving on to Detroit at home. I don't know if you guys have heard, the locker room in Detroit is not so happy with Matt Patricia.
Why?
Already, 1 week into the season. Reports have surfaced that going through training camp, they did not like the way he was trying to implement the New England Patriot way in Detroit regarding rules, how hard he pushed them in training camp, and so on, among other
What
things.
the fuck do they know what it's like in New England? He's a fucking head coach, and that's what he wants to do. Fucking, who the fuck are they? They're a bunch of shitbags who ain't won shit. Matt Stafford, fuck him.
I couldn't agree more.
Fucking potato
That team
head
hasn't
looking
won
motherfucker.
anything, ever.
He's a fucking potato head, that cunt.
So, did you know that the Buffalo fans gave Andy Dalton a standing ovation?
Because of last year.
Their win got Buffalo into the playoffs
Yeah.
last year.
That's dope. Good
Yeah.
for them.
Oh, Jesus.
So Detroit got absolutely destroyed at home by the rookie quarterback and New York Jets, Sam Darnold there.
I love this.
Threw a first pass of the game.
I love it. I love it.
Pick six.
It's so Jets. It's so Jets.
I didn't watch a single lick of that game.
Wait,
Anybody?
Hold on, no, but I got to rewind a second here. You alluded to the Aaron Rodgers game. What did he throw another Hail Mary and win the game?
No. The Khalil Mack basically destroyed the entire Green Bay offense for the entire first half. Chicago got a 20-0 lead. Aaron Rodgers went down, got carted off the field, obviously limping. Everybody thought it was a sprained MCL, torn ACL. He gets carted to the locker room, comes back.
Straight up Paul Pierce to everyone. Fake fucking injury. All big fucking show. Then he comes running out of the fucking tunnel. A total Paul Pierce moment.
Where was it? Was it in Green Bay?
It was in Green Bay.
Of course.
Jogging out of the tunnel. Gets carted off, jogs out of the tunnel. Just like Pierce. Carried off the court, jogs out of the fucking tunnel.
Hey, you know what? He didn't stub his fucking toe and fucking sit out the whole fucking
Jogged
game.
out of the tunnel.
He came back, though.
Oh, did he ever?
Yeah. Comes back to win 24-23.
Throws, what, 3 fourth-quarter
Yeah,
touchdowns?
Khalil Mack's non-existent in the second half, and he was getting rid of the ball too fast, which should have been the game plan from the minute they started that game.
Right. From the minute that the Bears signed Khalil Mack.
How do you not know that? You need to get rid of the football.
All right, so what are we going to do now?
We're looking ahead to Detroit at home.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Rob, I saw you texting about the game while it was going on.
I didn't watch, I saw the pick as like a highlight come over my phone, which
Okay.
made me laugh hysterically when it happened. And then I put it on to see some of the debacle at the end. Like, it turned into a fucking joke. It turned into like, it looked like Matt was trying to throw interceptions. Like,
Really?
Stafford was like, let's see how quick I can throw this interception. I mean, it was fucking laughable.
Well, he had a 4-interception game.
It was
And
brutal
I
at
heard
the
that
end.
every single one of them was on him.
Oh, they were fucking passes to the other team.
So, this is a side note, but it's Detroit Lions related. You remember from my wedding that, like, super out of place hot Asian? No. Does anybody?
No.
Wait, was she there? She might not have been there. But okay, so she's married to some dude that Jessica's friends with from the Black Rock neighborhood. So this dude is a diehard Lions fan, but he owns a screen printing company. So I guess Nate Burleson, the guy that was a wide receiver, is on some ESPN show or something. So he developed a relationship via social media with him and now like makes T-shirts for them. And I would have really loved to make some sort of aggressive like fuck you campaign with our shitbag listeners towards them, but I just didn't realize we were playing Detroit game 2, or I would have fucking tried to get on that.
So this is the home opener, for us, at least. And Eli Harold revenge game, possibly. Definitely not going to happen. Detroit looked like absolute shit. The 49ers looked like a team that could have beaten Minnesota on the road. There is no fucking way that we're losing this game. And I'll go one step further. There's no fucking way that we're not winning by at least 2 touchdowns.
Well, we're
at
out.
least.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, then you know what? Let's get your score prediction right now, guy, because I
Score
want to lock
prediction.
this in while you're fucking talking this shit.
The bad taste in our mouth from the missed opportunities last week will have Kyle Shanahan pedal to the metal the whole fucking game, regardless of what the score is. 49ers win 38-13.
Fucking Steve, fucking taking the reins here.
I'm going to go with Lions win.
Could you imagine?
I just want to see Joe's
That might have
head
been the
explode.
hardest I've ever gone on a win.
Yeah.
Here's Rob.
I just want to see Joe's head explode.
Oh, yeah. I know that would never happen here.
Obviously, their 49ers are going to win. I don't know if 38-13 is going to happen. I'm going to say they're going to score less than that, though. It's going to be 24-9. 3 field goals. They ain't getting in the end zone.
Fuck, I was going to say 24-10, but
Do it.
no, I would never.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna say 24-12. I like the 24.
You get a pick. You get a score from Kern.
Did Kern? Did we get Kern's lock of the week yet?
Yeah.
We're locked.
Oh yeah,
Took
he
the
did the
Niners
Niners. Yeah,
-6.
yeah.
He's a real fan.
And we need your prediction too, Christopher.
Mine will be Niners 21.
10-7 Niners.
Yeah, 10-7 Niners. 21 Niners, 6 for the Detroit Lions.
All right, we'll wait for Kern's.
I know there's a lot of logic out there that has always preached don't overreact to week 1, but you have to react to some of it, and this is something I'm reacting to. Detroit fucking stinks. Detroit is a bad football team, and Matthew Stafford isn't taking that team anywhere.
Yeah, that's like with a new head coach. I have no idea who that is.
Me neither.
Oh,
Well, I
you're
know who
going
he is.
to.
I
You're
don't
sure
know what
as
he looks
fuck
like, though.
going to.
What were you saying, Joe?
Promise you, you're gonna.
We were talking about Matthew Stafford.
But Yeah.
You were onto
was-
something there.
What I was going to say was that, like, with a first-year head coach, you need, and for that to be like a smooth transition, you need a quarterback that is not a self-centered cunt, and that's exactly what Matthew Stafford is.
Really?
So,
I don't get that vibe off him at all.
No, me neither.
I do.
In fact,
I think he's a huge cunt.
he did the exact opposite of fucking Aaron Rodgers and fucking dipshit dislocated toe.
If there's not 100%,
he was getting smashed in that game and was like climbing up off the ground like the fucking dead and getting under center.
Yeah.
I mean, he was getting
Too
his
stupid to
ass
know better.
whooped and getting back under center. And they have Matt Castle as a backup. It's not like they're going way off the
not dead.
range. It's not like they're going way off the range if they go to their backup.
Matt Castle has
Castle
to be
had to come in for
43.
it down. He got so banged
He's
up.
got to be 43 years old.
Gotta be. I mean, Stafford got his ass whooped
How old is
and
Matt
just
now?
kept coming back for more.
31.
I love Stafford.
Wow, this dude's smoking Steve sauce. 31-10 Niners.
Oh.
not quite as bold. I say 38-13. Yeah.
Near, pretty close.
Yeah, I'm a Stafford fan.
I'm not. Never been. I think he's a fucking cunt.
I have nothing.
You ever see his wife?
No.
I
You should
don't.
look into that.
I don't like him as a
She's exactly
quarterback.
who you think she'd be.
I don't like him as a quarterback, but as a player, as a person, as a you know, a guy that would do what you said, get his ass kicked and still get back up every time. I had no problem with that.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, if there is a mutiny there, or if there is anything going on there where the team doesn't like the way Patricia's doing things, I guarantee you that Stafford's not part of that. Stafford will buy into whoever you put in front of him because he wants to win.
Yeah.
It's very clear to me that he wants to win.
Exactly who you think. Yeah.
Typical white boy.
What do you think? She
Yeah,
ain't even,
typical
she's
white
not
boy.
sucking his dick anymore. I bet he gets blowjobs from black chicks. I'll bet my life on it. I'll bet my fucking life on it.
He is in Detroit.
Exactly.
Later coming up.
Cheap, too. So I guess we've already voted who's going to get slung for
Well, I think it's we owe it to the fans to know who was at least nominated this week. But I mean, Rob has pretty much steered this ship to us. He even underlined the name. I mean, so this week's nominees for Shoeslinger are Graham Glasgow, Zach Zenner, and Matt Patricia, with Graham Glasgow being underlined.
Let's look at all three before we make a decision. Let's start with Matt Patricia.
No, I don't want to look. Okay, well, hold on.
Yeah.
I do want to say I don't look until it's
Okay.
time.
Whatever you want to do. We know where we're ending. We're going to
I-
go from right to left and just look at the candidates.
I will say this about Matthew Stafford. He looks exactly like one of my... Or Matthew... Patricia, whatever the fuck his name is. He looks exactly like one of my cousins.
He looks like a guy that everything he does is about his beard.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
he's probably got a shirt about his beard, and
Yeah,
he's probably got a
multiple.
fucking
100%.
probably has special beard oil. Yeah, but that's so
Hold on, I'm going to
typical
show
right
you
now.
my cousin now.
Do,
Now let's
do
go
you
to
guys
Zach
recall
Zenner.
that he got brought up on allegations over the offseason about shit that he did in college, potential rape allegation?
Oh yeah, Zach
Joe,
Zenner.
you're usually all over shit like that, rape allegations and shit like that.
I am.
Zach Zenner just looks like a premature baby.
That's my cousin who is also
Oh,
a
yeah.
football
Yeah, that's
coach.
pretty good.
Yeah, he's a football coach. Isn't that weird?
Yep.
Like he just looks like a premature baby. Like he probably was born 6 months before he was supposed to be.
That's cool though.
All right, now let's get on. Let's get ready.
I've never seen him.
Oh,
This is Graham.
Oh, we did him last year.
No, we didn't.
no,
He's
we
a rookie.
Did not.
Oh.
No, we did not. We might have done a different child molester last year, but not this one. Look at this fucking guy.
Okay, right here. Just hold this here.
Who, O'Doyle?
Oh, well, first I want to say about... First, before we even get into his looks, I want to just talk about his last name. Glasgow. That, if anybody remembers, any of you Law and Order SVU fans, their spin-off of Slender Man was Glasgow Man. So we're just going to put that out there. That was all when I saw it, that was all I could think
Are
of.
you an SVU fan?
Of course.
Amaro?
Yeah.
He's the kingpin for the...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for the cartel and the new
Amaro?
Sons of Anarchy spin-off.
Oh, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got a beard.
He's such an over-the-top
Yeah.
actor that it's got to be completely ridiculous. All right, now this. First of all, if I were to guess...
He's 5 years old in that picture.
Well, what would you guess he was going to be as an adult? Because I know exactly what I think he'd be.
A chef?
No, a state trooper. That is a motherfucking state trooper.
That forehead is state trooper all day.
That is state trooper in Oklahoma.
All he needs
day.
is a pair of Oakleys.
Yeah, doggies giving tickets.
Can you Photoshop a pair of aviators on him real quick?
Yeah.
So right out of the gate, I already think he's a snitch. So now go to the picture with the mustache. What is he here? A fucking state trooper that you get out of the ticket with because he's just a dumb fuck.
What does he play? Does anybody even know what he plays?
Offensive lineman.
Yeah.
My center is a child molester.
Yeah. He's doing a lot more than fingering behind
Look
the
at him.
furnace, though.
What the fuck?
380.
Hold on. Do we have his Wonderlick score? Because it can't
Yeah,
be
Wonder
good.
College. That's usually a good starting point.
Yeah, let's see what college. Let's guess what college.
See the
you want.
spider run through it?
Michigan State.
Look.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yeah.
Oh, the green one, right?
Yeah.
All right. There it is.
Oh, you want this one down here?
No, I was pointing at the giant spider climbing over.
No, he went to Michigan.
Yeah.
You said Michigan State. Very different.
No, that's yeah. Oh,
So he played for Harbaugh.
Harbs.
Oh, so he was definitely a rapist. You know what I mean? Harb's definitely got him out of all sorts of weird shit. Because he probably could play a hell of an offensive line.
What
I
a
bet he's a terrible
fucking
human
creep.
being. I bet he drinks 38 like Bud Lights and then gets real aggressive with like the kind of fat cheerleader.
I really think the only thing missing on him is a bicep tribal. Because that's the guy that has the bicep tribal.
He'll blow his knee out and become a state trooper, and then he'll get it.
And then he'll get it.
Yeah. He'll pull you over when you and your family are driving across the country.
Purposely roll his sleeve up really high so I can see it.
Yeah, oh yeah. He'll have his shirts tailored because he'll have a little extra money than all the other state troopers.
Right.
So he'll be able to get custom tailored shirts, not because he works out or anything, but because he's a fat asshole with money.
I can't get this Wonderlick.
I don't need his Wonderlick. I know what it is. Fuck that guy. I don't know if that was a good shoe slinger or not, but I feel like it was.
Wait.
One more pick.
I look like so. It looks like
What the
well. So
fuck?
this is him running a drill at the combine, right?
Yeah.
The intensity in his face is that of a human being taking a dump. You know what I mean?
No, he's
Like,
not. That's not the combine. He's in a bakery, and someone's throwing pies at him, and he's trying to catch them in his mouth.
Yeah, that's the intensity he has in his face because that fat boy's never missed a meal. Fuck him.
That's a good one. Go down. Yeah.
I just
Wait, go-
I just
scroll
wrote you
down
a
a little.
ticket, boy.
There's a little John Lynch in that one. It's a little Lynchy.
I'm sure he's lynching people.
Well, his
Yeah,
hometown's Illinois.
of course. Oh, so he's,
That's a state, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. His home state. Aurora, Illinois.
oh, what was Aurora's famous for something?
That shooting.
Producing this fuck.
That Batman shooting was in a city called Aurora, but I don't think it was Illinois.
Oh, the movie
Was it?
theater. I think so. Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, wait. Is he the one that survived? No, we had a player that survived that shooting.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Somebody we just signed recently survived the Aurora shooting.
No
Was there.
shit.
Yeah.
I bet that's an easy thing to find. NFL player survives.
All right, so
He wasn't at the time, I don't think. It was somebody that got drafted this year. Golditch.
Oh, you found it?
Zach
There
Golditch.
you go. All right. So what do we do now? Emails?
yes.
But before we do emails,
The Chargers signed him and whatever, and I think we ended up with him for a minute.
I mean, I would think you'd want people that could survive shootings on your football team.
You know what I think?
This is what I want to know. Yeah.
Ever since I started this podcast,
Have people been asking you for advice?
ever since I started this podcast,
Like more than usual. Like everybody knew at work that you were a football fan, but
Yep.
then they heard you started a podcast.
everyone, ever since I started. And you know what they want to know? Who's going to win?
But what's the truth really?
It's probably worse for me because they know I'm
Truth is, I don't know who's going to win.
they know I'm a
Exactly.
degenerate because not only do they ask me who's going to win, but they ask me where should I bet, and I've never had an answer until
You
now.
know what's way more important than who you're betting on?
I know
Where you're going to bet.
exactly. This is what I tell them.
Where do you
Where-
bet?
Me, I don't because I always pick losers. But
If you were to bet,
mybookie.ag, no question. This
I'm-
one much better.
BOOKIE? Or,
Yeah, that's how I would spell mybookie.ag.
wow.
They have live in-game betting, over-unders on fantasy points scored, and the most rewarding player perks in the business.
So that for guys like you, that's huge.
Huge.
For you fantasy landers.
Yes.
That's right.
For our cardboard sword guys.
I mean, you can bet on how many fantasy points, one particular player would have. I know you're into, players on other teams, so you could still root for Eddie Lacy, I'm sure.
Not only are they the best place to go to place your bets, but if you use our promo code GoldBlood25,
throw the 25 in there. They're going to give you a little
You
something
can
extra.
bet over under on how many fantasy points a player will score.
That's what I just said. That's amazing.
but get this. If you're
Holy
willing to deposit
shit.
after 7 p.m. Eastern Time, they'll give you an additional $25 free play on deposits over $100 if you use GoldBlood25 promo code.
So what
After
they're
7 p.m.
After 7 p.m., they will give you $25 of free play.
That makes
Eastern?
no fucking sense.
Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Time.
All right, you West Coasters. That's 4 p.m., fuckers.
When they're getting out of work.
Extra 25. Get
So,
in there.
If
Duffy,
you're,
I don't know what time that would be for you, dog.
If you're willing to hold out until after 7 p.m., you can get an extra $25 free play using promo code GoldBlood25.
Well, right now it's after 7 p.m.
For us, but
Right.
when the people are listening to this, who knows
Well,
what
it's
time
after
it'll
7
be.
p.m.
Five more
from
hours.
someday.
It'll be
Eastern.
on-
It's
When does
Eastern.
that reset, though?
Eastern.
It'll-
It's
7
always
p.m.
after 7 p.m. Every
At-
minute is after
At
7 p.m.
midnight.
Probably
I would
midnight.
think. The next,
Okay.
Yeah.
It's every
All
day.
right, all right.
You know what I mean? Because
For the,
only a true gambler
for
is
the
depositing
Australian-
money before fucking 7 p.m.
For the Australian listeners, I believe that's around 10 a.m.
Yeah, but
9
They're all
a.m.
fucked up.
Yeah, they. You figure
Regardless of what time you're betting,
it probably
How do I get
it
it?
probably works.
How do I
any
get
time.
the free money?
You just use the
Use-
promo code.
yeah,
What-
promo
which
code
is?
GoldBlood25.
25.
Put that shit in when you're adding your ducats in, and they're going to give you a little something extra.
It's
on
week
top.
2. We've had a chance to see what all the teams look like. You can be able to predict things a little bit better than you would for week 1 when you know nothing.
You know what? It's totally up to you guys, but I'd wait until after dinner and take the extra money.
Absolutely. I mean, a free $25.
Fuck it, hit the early bird special, save money on dinner, and then you get an extra 25 after you go gambling.
And more importantly, you play.
You win.
Yo, you get motherfucking paid. Oh, it's gonna be a long season with that shit.
I love it. I would sell out for anyone.
For anything.
Yeah, $12. You want to add? If you looking to make? You want to add? You want to advertise on our podcast?
Yeah, seriously. You have a business, you want to advertise, you have an online
Send us an
business?
email with
Yeah.
a proposal, and we'll get back to you.
We'll come
And
up
the
with a
answer will
number.
be yes.
You got $50, you have product,
Yep.
whatever, holler at us.
give us some options. We'll talk Patreon. We'll promote your piece of shit.
Whatever it is. You got an online store that sells gadgets? Yo, we'll run with that. Yo, you got a corner? We'll fucking promote that too. Whatever it is you got. You got a law business?
We might not only promote that, we might go frequent,
That's we might
depending on where it is.
we could cross promote, whatever.
We might fly Madison to your corner. How much Patreon money do you think we could raise to fly Madison to a prostitute's corner somewhere?
Hollywood Boulevard.
Infinite. It's
Wait.
infinite. The amount of money would be disgusting that we
I
could
was
raise for
thinking
that.
more of a drug corner was my initial
Oh.
thought.
Yeah, I was
right.
on that page.
Night of
I'm trying to get Madison.
The
late.
other one's just as
Wait,
amusing.
hold on. If we're gonna get Madison Lee, we'll just send a prostitute to him.
Either way,
Yo,
my
I'm-
guess is the amount of money we could raise for that would make us feel bad about how much we haven't raised for ourselves in all the years we've been doing the
Yo,
podcast.
every
In like
listener-
1 hour time, we'd raise all that money, and it would be like, wait, but we've only ever raised this much
Yeah.
total forever.
All right. Well, speaking of raising money, go to Patreon /Gold-Blooded Podcast and make a fucking donation. Email us.
Patron, like the liquor company?
I don't know. That always throws me for a loop. Email us. Yeah, we like the I especially. Take some of the heat off me. If you send the voicemails in,
Yeah, your kids saying puppy cunt.
That-
Whatever you
or,
got.
Or if you want to spend 6 months and create like
If you want to create something
Like
that
a
you can
best
enter into
of.
the Cannes Film Festival, you
Yeah,
can
like,
do that.
Like a best of this podcast or something. Madison, hats off again, my friend. That was phenomenal work.
You've outdone not only yourself,
but us.
Yeah. Every podcast on the air. You've basically outdone the
You know
NFL,
what? I
the
think-
49ers app for sure. I can at least rewind and fast forward your production.
I'm going to to throw something out there. And see if we can maybe work this out. Maybe for next week, if Matterson's okay with it, could we use his montage for our intro? Could we do that? Do we have those capabilities?
Yeah.
If Matterson, if you're down, would you, everybody, I mean, give the people, well, that thing's got to get some airtime. What the fuck? We can't just play it once. It was a fucking...
Maybe it could be our outro.
Okay.
Maybe, well, we got to do that.
Keep the pump-up intro.
Or even a bi-week
Because he
special.
ends with out really, which is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that maybe that could be
Perfect
our go-to
outro.
outro. Yeah, all right. Maybe if Matterson's okay with that, good. I knew there was an idea there. Because that thing's got to get some play. I mean, it's a fucking masterpiece. Like I said, Matterson, we know that new job he got. We know what that was. It was creating that. Because that's fucking
It's
beautiful.
very clearly his opus, so we've got to do something.
I love that word, opus. All right. I'm looking for...
Barrett.
I'm looking for it.
It's a real long one.
I know.
You better take a sip of water before you read this
I
one.
know. There he is. Barrett Mueller says 3 days ago, the title, Jimmy Please, and the body. I was not impressed with the offense whatsoever. Thanks for the insight, guy.
Did you know Barrett was in the Air Force?
I did. I follow a bunch of these weirdos on Instagram. All right, this I'm going to take a sip of water for because I briefly read this and I was impressed. All right, this is from our new friend in Canada, right? Cole M. He's been emailing on consistent weeks, which is what we love. Really feels like you're developing a rapport with these human beings, correct, Steve? Real human connection.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of weed tonight. What's up, fellas? The title is Banjo Bowl. To answer your question, so you don't have to Google, which no one was Googling the Banjo Bowl here, but the Banjo Bowl is the second half of the back-to-back games. You know what that means. The second half of the back-to-back games between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Winnipeg Blues Bombers. The Labor Day...
Which one of those teams does... What are the odds on my bookie?
Yeah, who's the favorite?
No, I was going to ask which one of those teams T.O. was playing for.
I believe it was the Saskatchewan Roughriders. No shit, I believe. Okay, now...
Is DMX the owner?
Oh, I wish.
Their fight song is just him barking, and they come running out of the tunnel.
Wait, but hold on. The Labor Day. Now, he's saying Labor Day. Does Canada share the same Labor Day that America does?
I'm guessing.
Is that what the fuck is going on?
I think so.
Or does Canada have its own Labor Day? Come on, Banjo Bowl, Cole M. Let me know. Okay, so the Labor Day Classic fuck out of here, is held in Saskatchewan. And the Banjo Bowl is hosted in Winnipeg on the following weekend. The name came from a Bomber place kicker being quoted in some sports interview calling those cucks from Saskatchewan a bunch of banjo-picking inbreds. The name's stuck ever since. And could you tell me what year the name, like, I gotta know what year, how long has it been called the Banjo Bowl? It's a quote-unquote heated rivalry between two prairie cities in the CFL. Is that the... Canadian football. Okay, what's...
Canadian football.
Yeah, but that's not prairie. Is that... That's not... I pronounced that word wrong. I'm sure someone correct me and tell me what that word is.
I would have said the same thing.
Really? I swore I would have been wrong. And whoever wins gets the fake Banjo Bowl trophy. Why is there a real... I mean, if it's a real game, why is there a fake trophy? There's just so many questions. I want, dude, Cole M, you need to... Every question I've asked, I need an answer to. So make sure we get an email with this. Think of the Ice Bowl for the Packers. Same shit. That was just one game, one time in 1967, right?
I don't know.
What the fuck is going on with Canada? Bombers lost this year if you give a fuck. But you shouldn't because I don't fucking care either. Either way, it's hilarious watching all the people in Winnipeg go absolutely crazy for this garbage that can loosely be described as football.
Okay, I have another question. Do the people in Canada, like, are they such homers to their own league that they're ignorant to the fact that their league is really, really, really shitty?
No.
And they should just watch the NFL?
No. Because it's just like Duffy watching the NFL. There's also Australian football that they watch. Like, American rules Australian football.
Okay.
That they watch, but it's like it all takes a second place to the NFL. Is my understanding.
Yeah, I don't even know why you'd waste your time.
Well, because
That's just me, though.
But I don't know because I
There's
don't.
people here that watched arena football.
But like we go to high school football. Who? People?
No, not here.
Oh, okay.
In this country.
I got worried for a minute
In
there.
the United States of America, there are grown men that watch arena football.
That's so mind-blowing
You know,
to
like-
me.
But
That's-
I would tell
it's the
you
same
this.
shit.
I would tell you
Is their
this.
son on the team?
Right.
I would tell you this: if the lingerie football team had a league in Bridgeport, I would have season motherfucking tickets. That shit. Have you seen it?
It's not dudes.
No shit.
Yeah, so what do you want? Season tickets for you, Mo?
I know, yeah, I know. No, it's hot, thick bitches destroying each other in lingerie pads. Like, it's ridiculous. The concept is absurd. Have you ever watched it?
I've seen that. It's just not my...
Oh, it's mine.
It's like Jello wrestling or...
I know.
I'm all set.
No, they're actually running plays. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm into it.
I'm not interested in that.
I want to coach a team or something.
There's a lot of things I want to do with an attractive lady. Watching her play football is not one of them.
I don't know why, but it fascinates the
In
shit out
fact,
of me.
I would rather watch an attractive lady play football in a football uniform than in lingerie.
I have no desire to see that at all.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm just saying, I'd rather see that than see her in
No,
lingerie.
if I'm going to see it,
I mean, I guess maybe you get a titty pop out or something.
I don't know. I'm not looking for that. Like, I mean, I know what titties look like. I'm genuinely intrigued to watch them lay each other out. I don't know why they have to be in their underwear when they do it, but that's, for me, that's part of the allure. I don't know. All right. Back to Cole M, apparently. Now that that's out of the way.
Definitely not out of the way yet.
Yeah, there's more questions allowed. Okay, down to the business. The first loss with Jimmy G stings a little, but not in the same way I thought it would. It's awesome to see a quarterback that has some spark and fire and that doesn't seem to give up even though the odds are stacked against him. Despite all the mistakes, it still didn't feel like we were out of the game. It still felt like we had a shot. I feel like we're going to continue to surprise a lot of other teams this season. Offensive, spelled very foreign. Beast of the week is a tie between Jimmy Garoppolo and... Why is he got...
That's got to be an autocorrect thing.
Dude, he's got Petit as well for the effort they put in. Defense goes to Armstead and Buckner for fucking their shit up as usual. Well, I don't know if Armstead fucked anything up except a play or two. Kirk Cousins is still a little bitch. Joe, keep the podcast on track and make sure the sewage gets spewed. I do not keep anything on track here. Also, Matterson, music video dropping on Instagram. When? Peace out, faithful. Cole. All right. Well, Cole, you are a welcomed addition to the email roster. All right. Numero uno. I'm sure there's more than one. From the voice of the San Francisco 49ers, the heart and soul. Number one in your hearts and on the field. I'm just buying Chris some time to get the mic mounted with the introduction. We could. I have clamps like right in my truck. I could go get. Like
it's not like you had all the time you were reading the last email.
You could ask next time. Anybody have a clamp or a vise? I got all that shit in the truck. Tools, lots.
I think I downloaded. Did he have two?
Probably.
He had one voice.
Oh, he gives a.
Don't worry, he updates us. There's a version 2.0 score update.
The fuck out of here. All right, so it's a no subject, but the title of the audio is positives and negatives. So just cool. Here's a
sounds like the AIDS tests in the room.
That's right. A little
positives and negatives.
Here's a little French for you. Cum si, cum sa. Let her rip. That's actually so.
I would like to hear their opinions on montage. I may or may not.
Can you pause this, please? First of all, hopefully you heard my praise earlier. If not, I think that you're you should submit that into some sort of festival. Second of all, I submit that moving forward, it's Matty montage.
No, it's just a montage.
No way. No more Matt Matterson. It's Matty montage. Or Montage Matterson. Your call, Joe.
Oh, fuck me. I don't know.
You're the nickname guy. Matty montage or Montage
just gonna have to
Matterson?
see how it flows, but it's going to be there. It's good. It's in the arsenal. It's just going to go. It's like Remember when I had Cassius and I would call his name to be like Cash I Crawl the Third Aju. Like he had this whole name. We'd be all fucked up, throwing shit at the dog. We'd call him the same name, but we'd add to it every time we get fucked up. I feel like that's what this is going to be. Matty Montage Matterson is where it starts.
Onward.
I thought it was great, Madison.
Compose the song. It's up to you guys. Debate on that if you like. But now to the game. I gotta say I was a little bit worried and a bit disappointed, even though there's some excitement to be said. Let's get to the excitement before I get to the bad news. The excitement was some of the positives, like getting down to the other end zone and making some driving the ball, tiring the defense out. It needs to happen more, and hopefully they can score more points. That said, it leads into my biggest disappointment was that final drive the Niners had in the first half of the game, and they drove the ball for 14 plays for a total of 8 minutes, and they did not get a touchdown. I think they should have gone a little bit different. Maybe give Breida or Mostert the ball instead of Morris. Yeah, that's my opinion. But yeah, they should have done something different. Morris was getting the ball the last 2 or 3 plays in that drive before he fumbled the ball. Another disappointment is the interceptions that Garoppolo had. He needs to work on those. 3 interceptions, not good. Well, some of them, a couple of them were probably because of other players, like Kendrick Bourne slipped. That said, I'm going to give Dante Pettis the Offensive Beast of the Week for that magnificent catch, the touchdown that he got.
Magnificent
Matty
montage.
Gets Defense Beast of the Week because of 2 sacks on Kirk Cousins. That said, Lions are playing tonight, and the Niners are facing the Lions Sunday, so I'm saying Lions 21, Niners 28. That said, I am out, really.
All right. I couldn't have said any of that better myself.
Not better than Magnificent.
Magnificent Matthew Montage Matterson. All right, so we'll get back to Matterson because that's there's tears in my eyes.
Mark Winery.
Yeah, so I believe Mark Winery is a new emailer. I love his title. Fuck George Kittle. So I took your guys' advice and tried mybookie.ag. I hope you use... Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know. I hope you did at least use the fucking promo code, you boot. I did a 4-team parlay for $45. I hit on the Ravens, given 8, right? Given 8?
Yeah. He must have teased that. Was
Buffalo.
That the opening line?
I don't know. Jacksonville given 3 versus Giants. Rams given 4.5 versus dogshit Oakland. The only other win I needed was the Niners +7. They were a ton of miscues by San Francisco all game long, but the one that stands out was George Kittle's fucking drop where he could have scored on. Of course, the next play was a pick 6, so that's a 14-point swing. So basically, George Kittle cost me $535 as far as I'm concerned. That prick. Actually, tack on another $100 to fix my cracked phone that my 2-year-old threw and broke right before the game. I was so close to winning. I'm going to keep rolling with mybookie.ag. So basically, Kittle is a puppy cunt. Have a good one, fellas. Well, Mark, thanks for the fucking everything.
Yeah, wait till after dinner and get that extra $25.
Uh-huh. Use the fucking promo code on your deposits. Or whenever. Fuck it.
Who's up next? The magnificent one. Magnificent. Matthew.
Montage.
Matterson. That's 4M for all of you keeping score.
I think 4M is just you nailed it. It's gonna be like
M4. M4's got a better ring.
It's gonna be like M4 to the 8th power by the time we're done with it. All right, so changing my score prediction, he says, Matty Dubs. After watching Chris's Jets embarrass the Lions in the third quarter, I want to change my prediction. Niners 31, Lions 14.
Chris's Jets.
That's close to the other guy that emails in. Logan Reinertson. Doesn't that name I feel like he's a lager? It's like a lager's name, isn't it? Woulda, coulda, shoulda, he says. Fuck Stephen A. What's up, Empire? So we're going 15-1 instead of 16-0. Cry about it. Chris, change your search from Sam Darnold jersey to Sam Darnold bobblehead so you can smash it with a hammer on the podcast and broadcast it to Instagram. If you're concerned with the cost of it, I'm a Patreon supporter. The rest of you listeners should be too. It's not like these degenerates are selling t-shirts or caps or anything. Have you guys ever trademarked any of your gold? We don't have any gold-blooded shit. We're just 4 dicks in a basement. There was once a shirt we made with Sharpie. I did it myself. I was high as fuck on weed. I think Jimmy Brighton has it in London. He'll probably send it to you.
We do have someone that can make shirts if we come up with a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're fucking shot. We have children and fucking jobs and drug addictions. Anyhow, how about football, huh? I'm not mad. This young team balled out for the most part. I think this first loss for Jimmy Warchief was a good thing.
Spelled horsecock wrong.
Yeah. I mean, good with the Native American terminology, but God forbid it show up during a Seahawk or Raiders encounter. Appreciate your show as always, Logan. P.S. I think I figured a way around the whole Joe can only watch Tuesdays thing. Hashtag I'm with Cap jersey is worn at a bar. I would absolutely buy one if they were available. No, they're sold out.
The way around Joe's claim of not watching football is Joe's just going to watch football.
Yeah, there's no...
Because unlike Colin Kaepernick, Joe doesn't stand for anything.
Exactly. Thank you. Couldn't have said it better myself.
I started to recreate, after I sent the picture of it to the podcast chat, I started to make one that said, stand for something even if it means sacrificing nothing.
Yeah. I have no sacrifice.
It's just Joe's face and the Niners on in the background.
Whatever. Puppy cun. Here we go.
Puppy cun.
Just Joe is going to drop some fucking real sewage right now. Yeah. I fucking sure am.
Oh no, it's the Gold Blooded Podcast. Back up in this mother for the 3rd time. 4th time, 5th time, 6th. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Chris, please. Don't. Am I missing anybody? Anyone need a ride? Yeah, I need a ride. Right on this dick. This time, please don't speed up my voice. Recording like you did the last time I sent in a voicemail.
Hold on, stop.
Hold on, I gotta address this. What is he talking about?
Why are you speeding up his voice?
No way.
That's fucked up.
No way. He was on meth when he called. He didn't remember, then he listened back to himself.
Sounds to me like we don't know what he really sounds like, and Chris has been fucking with his voice all this time.
Fuck. I don't know what's going on.
Is there
This is a real conspiracy, because I know Chris is a hack with the technology, but this kid's a fucking chow out of the fucking... I don't know where his head's at, so I don't know what's going on.
That's quite an accusation.
Yeah.
if he could provide a specific time where the allegations are standing.
Is he referencing the last time he emailed? Because we could definitely just scroll back in the emails.
I mean, we can.
And then we could also listen to the last episode.
Maybe call me crazy because on the podcasting apps there's a function that has a 1.5
there definitely is the
multiplier.
you could speed up your listen. Did you?
So maybe we just
when I first got my Apple Watch, it links different apps, and when it's playing stuff, there the screen will pop up and have a play and pause button. So if you're listening to your phone, it's not in your hand, you can pause and play it. And the first month I had it, I'd be listening to a podcast, and all of a sudden it would go into 1.5 speed, and I'm like, what the fuck is... I'm like, what is wrong with my app? I'd have to slow it down, and it would take a few sentences before I'm like, why is this so
what the
fucking
fuck is
fast?
going on? Yeah.
Am I having a fucking heart attack? What's going on?
So maybe
and so I realized that my watch was like, as I moved, I was like hitting it, and it was speeding up the podcast speed.
Yeah, I don't. There was always something I would do. Like there was one motion
but in this
I would
case,
make. Yeah,
it's just how Chris speeds it up. You know how every week he tells us he's going to speed up.
Yeah,
he's trying to get out of here. You know.
Yeah, we got to get this over with quick. So
Wrap it
let's
up.
get back to this because now I got to do 2 speed up
Yeah,
clips.
speed it up
'cause we had
extra
to
so we
pause
can
it.
get out of here.
Sometimes I talk too much. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Beast of the week and blame game. Okay.
we didn't even do the button.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Straight out. Because Beasting, he had to play behind a damn freaking offensive line that, I mean, injuries just sucked. Oh, my foot hurts. Twice. Oh, my foot hurts. And then Joshua Garnett sitting there acting like, oh, I thought he like tore something. Oh, my foot hurts. Little pussy. And then, blame game because, come on, Garoppolo. Come on, Earthworm Jim. You should be able to make those. A little too high. A little too much. You know what I mean? You got to get that. No excuses. $1 million man. So, with that said, Dante Pettis went out there and got us something. But you know what? Hey, we did good. We did good and we did bad. I think we need to work on the tackles. You know what I mean? The tackles need to work on. I think they're on to the whole third down conversion, Trent Taylor type gig, you know. But Earthworm Jim, blame game, and beast of the week, straight out. Next week's Detroit, I'm going to say 24-31. Niners, baby! Let's go! Here we go! Yeah! Am I missing anything? No, I'm just glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you guys are back. Not me, but you guys. You puppy cunts. You know, Steve, Joe, Rob, Chris, all the guys. Every guys.
Magnificent.
Joe's cat. Everything. You know what I mean? Matterson, Duffy, all the people that are going to email in. Let's go! See ya, puppy cunts!
Dude, definitely like probably one of my favorite like email, just because
Nothing will ever top his kid with puppy cunt.
No,
he'll never top that. Even trying to revisit that will not top that.
No, right.
Because
no.
The first time was
the first
so
time was
perfect.
the most. Yeah, like we should. Somebody needs to go back and isolate that. That needs to be like a drop. Is there any more? I don't think so, right? Where I'm not checking reviews because I'm sure nobody did what I asked.
Just like every other aspect of our life.
Exactly.
Nobody cares and does what we ask.
Nope. No.
We'll just keep giving and giving and giving.
Not like
we'll just miss our children growing up. We'll leave our wives to fucking cheat on us while we're out podcasting for you every week.
Not like
you can't even go type a fucking... You can't even go click 5 stars and not even type words.
I'm trying to help you help us. Like, I can't even steer you fucking idiots in the right direction. Like, it ain't that hard to take direction, you know? I do it. So should you. So should these fucking $1 million athletes. Fucking can't.
Look at that smile.
Love you.
Maybe we'll get a frown.
No frowns. Goodbye.
Likely. We're getting fucking taken over. What the